Hi, Judy Allen here, San Antonio, Texas, and we are doing an alternative for Fall for Toile paper pumpkin kit. So this is the first alternative. Actually, the reason why I'm doing this is because I belong to a group of us, about 5 or 6 of us, that we each month we take the paper pumpkin kit and we sit there and use the stamp sets, just the stamp sets, and make an alternative to show you how you can use those stamps beyond the kit once you finish everything in the kit. So I am in the busy doing tutorials and getting that out to the group today because we sit there and send out PDF tutorials to all of our paper pumpkin subscribers. So if you'd like to become a paper pumpkin subscriber, sounds like a lot there, right? Or you don't have a demonstrator, you'd like for me to be your demonstrator, then all you got to do is just notify me and go and click in there, and I can walk you through if you need to and make me your demonstrator, and then you will start receiving the tutorials every month. We do this every month at the end of the month. Usually you'll get the tutorials around the first week of the next month, right? Because we have a deadline where we get all our information for our tutorials by the end of the month. About today and tomorrow, the 28th, 29th, depending on the month, right? So with that, let's go down the hands and let me show you my alternative for this month that I am contributing to the group. So you get an idea what's going on. And I'm going to actually put you where you can see us here. So I'm actually doing this one here. I'm going to do a combo where I'm taking current stuff, right? And I'm using those stamps. So let's do this. And this is a gift card holder. Well, it's not a gift card holder, it's a gift, right? In this particular case, I designed this for a cute little awesome special peep who likes to get money occasionally, or if he has a sibling that gets money because she did something with a report card or whatever, he gets something too. So this Nana is getting prepared because I like to treat all the grandkids the same if I can. So I'm not going to stamp the gingerbread. I already stamped the gingerbread, all right, because that's heat embossing. So this is actually heat embossing with the white powder. We're just going to take this. This here is actually from the coordinating suite that goes with this kit here. And I actually did that on my live today. This is the Autumn Toile. So they actually have the same name, right? So we have here the Fall for Toile, excuse me, and Autumn Toile is the name of the DSP. And there's a suite here of paper and everything goes with it. So if you want to see it, check out my Facebook live today and you'll see it there. All right, so we're just going to take, yes, and we're going to beautiful paper here, but we're not showing that side. And this is 3 inches by 5.5. So if you're wanting to know, that's what it is. And we're just going to put it here slightly off just a little bit. Okay. And then we're just, so this is basically, because we're going to have this, the gingerbread here, and we're going to use the sentiments. So this is actually a little pan that I cut out that's with another little set with the gingerbread. It's a cooking one. And we're just going to take our sentiment from our kit saying, wishing you the happiest of days. And I'm going to go ahead and use the colors right here as well too. So this is actually Cajun Craze that came in the kit. And you know, I always tell people, all my customers and all, to always keep your little spots, right? Because we're going to actually use one of the other little spots here that's early espresso as well too, that I've saved from previous months. So we're just going to stamp it right here. And this is actually going to go on top of our gingerbread guy. This is a little guy I'm going to be sending this to. All right, let's get him decorated. I'm looking right here right now. I'm just double checking. So I actually stamped on the inside too, because when you're dealing with somebody 4 and going on 5, the expectations are different, right? I mean, this is a little guy that his Nana gives him $5 because he does good in school, learning his colors and numbers and all. And I didn't have a $5 bill, so I was gonna give him some ones. And he goes, well, that's not a $5 bill. And it was the same value, right? But he doesn't get that. So, and then I went to see, I get a 10 and get his dad to give me some change. He goes, that's not a 5. And I said, okay, so I'm gonna give your dad the 10 and he's gonna get change and give you the 5 and we'll just let it go at that. Dad just makes that $5 from Nana. So he still wasn't happy because he expected to get a $5 bill, but since his dad was gonna make sure he got a $5 bill, he was okay. So right when we make and create for our special peeps, we keep all those little things in mind. In fact, as I was doing this, I was wondering if I was going to need to make a hat to go on the inside for the gingerbread. I didn't on the first one. I'm not planning to at the moment, right? But I always reserve the right to change my mind. But the main thing is, right, is we just want to show different ways that you can use your stamps after you've used everything up in your kit. Now for me, I do every Friday, I sit up here and I do Facebook Lives. And I may be changing that to free up some of my time. But right now I do it on Fridays at noon. And I do alternatives there here. But it's different, right? I'm using the items in the kit for the alternative there. The alternative here is something special I do, like I say, with a group of about 5 of us demonstrators. And we do it for our customers to show them how they can use the stamp set beyond the kit and give you different ideas. All right, so I'm going to put this right up here on dimensionals. As I can say, my hands smell like ink cleaner. When I did the white, I was going to do the white ink. The white ink just isn't dark enough, if that makes sense. So I sat there and I went ahead and just went and used Versamark. So if you wanted to know what I did here, I used Versamark with white powder. Man, it's just the white ink just wasn't dark enough. I don't know how many times I'd have to stamp the white ink. I could have put white powder over it, but still I liked it with the Versamark the best. So I'm just wishing him the happiest days, because this little boy likes to go to school. Keep in mind, he's not in regular school yet, but he at the school he goes to with his little friends. He likes to go to school. Him and his little friends like to, especially the little boys, they like to go out to the playground and hunt for bugs that they can hopefully bring home with them. All right, so it gives you, I'll tee it up for you that way. It's the mindset. I get phone calls when he knows when he's caught something and he wants to share with me, or if he decides he wants me to go help him find Daddy Longlegs. So there you go. So it'll be different for him to get this. He doesn't, I don't think he associates this with any kind of anything really, other than that, except it's going to look like a little boy to him. And there we go. And he knows it's most likely going to be his. All right, so he doesn't have to confuse it with anybody else's. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this right across here. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the diagonal side. And I'm just going to glue it down. And then what I have done is I have gone and created a 2" by 2". Originally I thought I could do about a 2.5" but it just didn't work. Right? Sometimes we think something's going to work and it just doesn't work. But a 2 by 2 does. So if you've never done paper pumpkin, I like paper pumpkin. I really, with my granddaughter, when I started out as a demonstrator about 5 years ago, that's what I started out with her. Okay, I need to slide this down just a little bit because that is not going to fit in the envelope. I can tell you that right now. So the little hat needs to be within the parameters. Okay, there we go. Could have tilted him just a little bit more. I did on the other one, but that's okay. All right, so one of the, I know he'll open this because that's what he does. And I do have a leftover piece from right here. I was debating whether I was going to do this one. Nope, I don't like that. All right, let's do this one. I'm just going to use my leftover piece right here because I can. And I should have one more little piece I thought left over. If not, I can cover that up and in a moment I can do another piece right over it. All right, let me at least get this piece down because I have the utmost confidence that I'm going to be asked about where it was, especially since I put this stamp. So this is an opportunity for creativity because I had stamped the face and eyes on the wrong spot, wrong page, and I thought, well, it became an opportunity for creativity. And I thought, well, that's perfect because his expectation would most probably expect me to have them both, right? Okay, so here's our pocket. Here's our 2 by 2 pocket. I put the measurements there so I can remember myself. And we're just going to put it right here. Okay? And he's going to like this because it's just going to make him think of him. Oh, yeah. And we're going to make sure to leave the top part open. So this will hold money in it, which is important. I have done gift cards. But he only has one place I can get him a gift card. One. And I'm not even sure. I hadn't even heard him talk about it lately, so I don't even know if I could do that. Because he would like to eat. He'd like to go there and get French fries and a blue slushy. French fries and blue slushy. That was it. And he does do chicken nuggets now too. So, all right. So we're just gonna put this on here, and I already made sure the $5 bill. First, I made sure I had a $5 bill, right? I was gonna have to go ask and borrow a $5 bill, and it's gonna fit right in here. Just make sure I do this right here, and then it'll fit right here. I tried it earlier and it did. All right. We'll just make it smaller then. He doesn't care, right? All he cares, in fact, he would. I'd have to turn around and make sure the other side's showing. All right, so we're going to do this here is we're going to, so I actually did this so it would come right under here, and I can still tuck it there. But I wanted to make sure that it folded right here. Okay, because there's a fold already that comes when you die cut this. So it's just going to barely tuck under there, but it'll be okay. But I want to see, this is really nice, so I put thinking of you. So yes, I'm going to deck this out for one little special peep. His older sister will get something, but hers will look totally different. And that'll be okay with him. So I'm going to let him know I'm thinking of him. Let him know his Papa Bear thinks of him. And we're going to put this down. This is 3/4 of an inch. And I didn't think originally I was going to use all this, but it really fits perfectly. So this is a 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. I have to write that down for myself. Alright, put that there. Oops. Okay, that was special. Alright, I want to stay away from that spot. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure I keep it right there because I'd already measured it and it fits perfectly. And that's what I needed to fit perfectly, right? Because I wanted to fit just right in here. And since I did have it come up a little bit, let me go ahead and see if I can tuck that. I may not be able to tuck that up. Okay, it's okay. See, it just fits right in there. Now, if for some reason it doesn't, just trim it, right? Okay, it looks just fine. Now, what I am going to do, because I can keep on doing this, I want to make sure he clearly knows he is thought of, right? And I'm going to have to put a little one down here. Okay. So he knows he's being thought of. He knows he's got a bunny here, all right? So that's one thing is I had to make sure that we had it, whether it's a gift card or this. I could open this here and I could put a gift card in here as well too, but it wasn't. So what we're going to do with the inside here is we're going to use the stamps from the set. I did add the gingerbread in here, but I add the leaves. So we're actually just going to do a little coming down the sides here. And I did this, do the gingerbread first because I can always make leaves float, right? Alright, let's get some gingerbreads going now. You know, let me do it this way so you can see. Yeah, you can see. Alright, just make sure, so when you're using rubber stamps, which starting November, they're not going to be doing the rubber stamps anymore. But if you got a rubber stamp like this, just make sure it's inked really well. And let's see here, I'm just going to put it right here, okay? Now the nice thing about anything like this is if for any reason you want to do anything different with it, let's say I want it a little bit darker, I want a little bit sparkle, all I gotta do is take my Winkle, and we'll do that in a minute, and you're gonna see how I can make it a little sparkle, a little bit more in addition to that. And I'm just gonna do this right on up here. The center one here. Because where he lives, he's actually got fall weather. It's a little bit cooler, leaves are changing. That is not the case here in San Antonio, Texas. So he gets it, I don't, but that's all right. This Nana's okay. Main thing is Nana's on a mission, and we're gonna be sure to get our stuff out to people in the mail. So we're gonna clean this off here. Yeah, let's see. I want to get all that off because I don't want to accidentally get that with my leaf. Okay. Alright, and I can actually take that off because we're sort of done with that right here. And I'm just going to add a leaf in between. This boy loves to play outside. And he thinks he's going to get a small dog like our dog when they've already got a large poodle. But so I know that's not happening. But anyway, I'm not going to tell him that. Somebody else can tell him that. And I'm just going to do the leaves in between. Just cute and fun for him. And it's just something we can use our stamps afterwards, right? Okay, we can go ahead and put this down. I do have my stamp and seal here. Usually it'll work if I do it. There we go. As soon as I run it across the top of my hand. Alright, and I was going to say, if not, there's always glue. Alright, so got this in here. I'm just going to put this right in here. That's all I'm going to do for the moment because I'll have to write him a note as well too. But see how I took our sentiment from the Fall for Toile and we sat there and incorporated it in here and we turn around and put it in here. And yes, I covered the gingerbreads, but don't worry, he'll take the money out. Either he might send it back to me and ask me for more money. Who knows? You know, when they're little like that, anything is possible, right? And I got to make sure he knows I'm thinking of him. And then on the inside, I can also write him a note here, tell him of all the wonderful things that he's done and the reason why Nana is sending him money. So there, his sister will get one as well too, but hers will be more for her art accomplishments as well as her school accomplishments, and his will have to tell him about his school accomplishments and some other accomplishments that he's made as well too. So I hope you enjoy that because it's easy and it's fun. And you can do it any way you want to do it. All right? So there you go. Be blessed and have an amazing week. And if you haven't subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, I would tell you to consider it because the month of October is going to be Christmas cards and it's got some very nice shaded spruce. Look into it. All right? So if you want to check it out, I have it on my page, on my Facebook page, and I also have it in my newsletter. So if you don't subscribe to my newsletter, you want to sign up because soon I will be doing 12 weeks of Christmas and I'll be releasing it every Sunday. So there you go. See you soon. Bye.